about was it discipline? There's nothing. We're not doing anything to redirect it. We reward all the bad things in society, and we punish people anytime people are talking about rectifying or restoring family. Anytime someone talks, whether it's, and you too, if you talk from a woman perspective and you're giving insight on how we can be better women, there's going to be women lashing at you. If brothers say give the same perspective, there's people lashing at brothers. So how do we make a better society if there's no consequences for it? You can work on yourself as much as you want to, but the problem is people aren't loving each other. So everybody's investing. Everybody's self-love all day long.
Well, they're not trusting each other, and we're gonna get to that.
But it's because there's no consequences for quitting. There's no consequences for violating someone. There's no consequences for violating yourself. We think we're rewarded, but it just creates a worse society.
Yeah, no.
Ali, when you say the consequences is boundaries,
just more pain.
Wouldn't the consequence be boundaries by like separating either a group of people separating from another group of people, or a person separating from a person that's not doing what the other person is doing? Like simple boundaries. It could be
if we took sit, but think about it. Let go. There's great women who eventually settle, and there's great men who eventually settle, because there's not enough great men and women who can come together. You have to eventually settle to right the wrong. But then in righting the wrong, somebody ends up messing up, and it goes right back to another broken relationship or broken family or broken society again. There has to be serious punishments and consequences for us that we all want to implement to keep us all grounded. If we don't
look at it like this, then look at it like this. In my opinion, the reason why society is messed up is because women are just going on by their business and running their own households. Because just like with me, I take full responsibility for my failed marriage. You don't never hear me say anything about what she did or whatever. I am responsible for my failed marriage, right? But a single mother is responsible for her life and her household. If more women were married, if more women were up under a man, now we can look at the man and say, yo, you are a part of the problem. And then we men can pull that man aside, because men listen to other men and actually help redirect that man for his family. But when you have a whole bunch of women running families, women don't, especially traumatized women and women that know that what they've done, they've created a screwed up life. They're not going to listen to anybody because they're so focused on trying to just, stay alive. They're in survival mode because, they don't screw up their own lives. But if more families were ran by men, I think more understanding of where each family is going would be able to be seen, because there's a man being the head of it, and you can pull that man aside and be like, yo, what is you doing? And that man will listen. So to be less punishment for somebody doing something wrong, and it will be more guidance because men listen versus women not listening.
Ali, I wasn't trying to troll you. It's just I personally believe that all children, regardless if they're born from a wife or a mother or a woman that's not married, are beautiful. That's my only thing about that. So when you said
nope.
Oh,
nope.
Because my grandmother is one. I got a couple of cousins that's one. They successfully married.
Nope.
I believe they're beautiful. They beautiful. They became beautiful people too.
We think that fat people are beautiful too.
I'm just saying that's just my personal belief. I was just letting you know I wasn't trolling.
Killed somebody on the corner and just got out of jail, and then somebody clipped him. We think that he going to heaven, and they saying that rest in peace. Like, again, maybe because I'm scripturally based, the kids are the ones that pay for the sins of their fathers, and you are looking at a society that is upside down, is perverse, is literally Sodom and Gomorrah. And we got these blinders over our head because we want to use our own anecdotal people that we care about as an example as to how everybody is beautiful. No, everybody is not beautiful. It's some ugly motherfuckers out here, and I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about their actions, how it is that they operate in society. They're egregious. They do some dirty shit. And I'm not just going to sit here and say that everybody is God. No, everybody is not a child of God. Some of y'all are the spawn of the devil. You are a reflection of a demon straight from the bottomless pit of hell. And I've seen some evil people. We just looked at some cops that killed a boy. Them was some evil people.
Got to be.
The way that I've never seen nothing play out the way that I seen play out on camera, the way that I seen that was worse than a movie. Them dudes was evil. Those were not God's children. God don't love everybody. Don't.
Let me go ahead and get B. Taylor in there. What's your thoughts?
I already answered the original question. Everybody was going every which way, so I don't even know where we at.
Is anybody that
scrolling across the bottom of the screen, B. Taylor?
I didn't answer, but it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I already answered.
Go ahead, Lucky. Go ahead, Lucky.
Nah, I mean, it was a good dialogue, and sometimes the conversations just go in a circle and then they go off to the left, and so I just be wanting to wrap it up. But I'm gonna say, just to answer what it is, I think it says once married, a wife goals are secondary to their husband. I'm gonna say yes, but I also am of the belief. I don't know. I think somebody said it, but pretty much, I think you should be with somebody where y'all share the same goals. I'm not of the belief that saying that if she has goals, that's automatically going to be taking him off of whatever said purpose is, because at the end of the day, we should be in a mindset of 2-income households. I don't know why we keep structuring the conversation as if the husband's just going to take care of everything and we take care of the kids and this and that and the other. Like, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I like the families and the cultures that come in, and then you look up, it's a Chinatown, and you have families working in each little strip mall of things. Like, you don't really see that in our community, because it's all we're so worried about trying to make one size fit all instead of just doing what your household do. Maybe you're with a man that's not as goal driven. Maybe he's a regular worker and the woman is more goal driven. So their goals should be together based on that household, on how they're going to get to whatever that looks like. Some people's goals is we both just want to have 800 credit score and drive a comfortable car and live in the suburbs. That's a cool goal. You know what I'm saying? So I think we always use this millionaire number and to me, it just comes from because most of us are raised from survival and not out of love and structure. So I think it should be secondary in the idealistic world, but I think whoever is the more structured and most driven in that relationship, that's the person's goals that should be prioritized, and that other person should yield to what it is. So it should kind of be on the same page. I think idealistically, we want to think that most men are just here on their purpose, and most men are alpha and they're leader, and they come in, hey, babe, this is the goal, but that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot more women who are trying to be with men, trying to give them a goal because they see, like I always say, potential. So,
but doesn't that mean women are loser choosers, and it would behoove them to like reserve themselves or sit back for a minute and slow down and make sure they find a man that is able to lead instead of just getting with a man that she can build up like she's his mommy?
I mean, I just kind of want to finish.
You gonna pick alpha.